Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. So if you can't tell, it's a snowy December day. So it is, well, definitely no harvesting today, which we don't really have anything to be harvested. I was going to double check on this. That is not that far away. Okay. And I didn't check sorghum price. It is really good. Wow. We are going to sell one trailer load of that then. Then we'll just have a little bit of extra that might be sold next month, kind of depending on how the barley is sitting. You know, we might be able to fill up chickens all the way and then sell whatever we have left. So let's go and get the sorghum sold. It was not that high when I checked earlier, so it must have went up. We did have a high demand at a co-op, but I don't know if it's that exact product or not, though. So that leaves us with almost 6,500 liters in there. That should easily be enough for the chickens. We do, of course, have that field there to harvest, if you can see it. I don't know. I usually try not to record the months where it's super snowy, but literally the entire month is just snow. That's the weather forecast. Just because I know it doesn't always look the greatest on after recording and stuff, so a lot of just small things, you know, falling down. It doesn't do great for the bit rate. And we do want to go and check out all the land and see where we are looking to potentially buy. Because I think we might buy it maybe this month, maybe. I think we'll definitely get the bees. We'll be down to very little money by the end. Because for most part, the sorghum here will be sold and just be going basically towards the bees. It'll be about the same price. And then we'll have, what, 170,000 on land? Like, we'll have 10 grand left. But it's not horrible. Not horrible. And we'll just be saving up, you know, another 200,000 for probably combine after that. My current plan with the new land would be to have multiple small plots of crops, multiple fields, probably 4 or 5, something like that. And we can easily finish it all in 1 month with our current harvester. You know, even if we, like we did last episode, if we start it, do half the field, then do half, you know, after another thing in between, that works too. I just don't want to have a, you know, harvest that's going to last 2-3 episodes. I don't want that. All right, get that sold. This would be over 20 grand actually. $26,000 there. I'm sure there's environmental and stuff in there too. But we'll head back, and I might just take a pit stop and look at the land. Kind of see how they're all looking. Try to make a decision, but I am leaning towards the one that's directly below our plot, though. Alright, so what is it? Plot 48, it looks like. And 36 were our two ones that we were looking at. So 48, it starts basically right on our land, or right on the line, as we go right to the line. And it's fairly flat. Definitely, you know, hilly, which is kind of expected. And we have one road in between. It's a fairly decent distance, though. So you could get a pretty dang big field right in that, you know, area if you really wanted to. Yeah, the more I go out here, the more it looks to be pretty hilly. I don't think this is going to be it. It looks flatter up there. I don't think that'll be it. And 36 is slightly cheaper, which makes it even better. Alright, so 36 kind of goes right up next to these trees here. Yeah, we probably wouldn't take any of these trees, though. They're not too far from the line, so it's kind of just be our border in a sense. Oh, let's try to drive on 36. Yeah, this is a lot flatter. There is a decent amount of hill in there, obviously right up at the top. It's kind of expected with our piece being fairly hilly. But down here it is fairly flat. Then looks like to be a fairly decent sized hill in here. Yeah. But this looks to be fairly flat, so this might be an area for cows. Put cows in here. Wouldn't need a lot of groundwork then. And I think I already have a path kind of going this way. It is kind of a steep hill, so... Oh yeah, you can see the tractor's bogging down with an empty trailer, so... Yeah, we'd have this road here that would kind of connect down there. Wouldn't be a bad place to put cows. I haven't really decided on where to put cows on our plot, so it would probably work out pretty decent, and maybe we'd have a grass field down there or something. Don't know what we do with our main piece of land in here, though, then. Alright, so let's get the planter and everything hooked up. Yeah, I don't know if we really need this crop sensor on or even attached for this just because of the no fertilizer, but it's not like it, you know, it's a bad thing to have regardless. Let's get started here. I am thinking for bees to maybe have the bigger hive down there by the rocks. I don't know how much room we have there because it's like right on the, would be like right on the border of our land then. Then we'd have the spawn point somewhere kind of in the yard. Try not to hit this tree with our sensor. Yeah, I think towards the end we'll buy our piece of land. I'm not going to be too concerned about putting work into it yet. It'll be a multi-month thing of cutting it and mowing it and everything. Windrow, bale. I'll have to look for a bale wrapper though. That'd be the only thing. I think they're about 30 grand. Which I also kind of have to remember when I'm thinking of bees. Because maybe bees will get pushed off if, you know, if we don't have the money for a bale wrapper. I was hoping there'd be one in a sale and we could get it for, you know, half off. So we could pay only 15, 20 grand or something instead of 30, 40 for it. Yeah, we'll probably buy the land first. Then kind of see what we have. We would probably want a bigger trailer too, though. Because otherwise we're only going to put, what, 10 bales on our current one? That's not a lot when you're probably going to get 20, 30 bales from that piece. Which would all just go to silage, and we'd probably just sell it. I've always kind of done that where it's like, let's get some money from this, I only did ever do it once. So yes, it would probably be about fully grown after baling and stuff. But I'll just start plowing some spots in then. We will need quite a bit of lime as well. Obviously, we would need the soil done on it. And we do not have a scout yet, so we'd have to either buy the scout or buy just the soil map. It's usually cheaper for just the soil map, though. I think I've paid a total of $3,000 so much so far on soil maps. And I think the scout is like $20,000, so we're doing just fine so far on that. More than likely, it probably kind of evens out by the end of the time. It would take a while to get $20,000 of that. Well, I am just gonna do a time lapse. We'll kind of just finish up this field. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad with the snow. Anyways, I will talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we're just about done with this field here. Just the two, yeah, it looks like two missed spits there. It's tough to see them with the snow, I'm not gonna lie. It does kind of mess with your vision a little bit. Especially when you're trying to see things farther out, at least. That's probably the way to put it. Otherwise, it's not too bad. Alright, oh, that is the cab. That is cab button. Whoops. Like multiple different cameras too, it looks like. This one, and then there's this one, which doesn't go as far back, but is lower. This one's higher. And this is the normal one. Huh. I noticed that on Alma, Missouri a little while ago too. There was one extra camera on them that I've never seen before. Let's buy 37, 36. Let's go ahead and buy that. So it's $170,000. But we officially have more land. We are expanding. I did want to look for, like, obviously for bee stuff, I want to look at bale wrappers, because I think if we have a square baler, we'd be looking at this, at the cheapest option, which is $35,000. Yeah, that's kind of expensive. So, and I'd probably want a trailer, and I think everybody can probably guess which one. This one, probably. I've had absolutely zero issues with it, so it's kind of a nice bale one, and it has auto load, which makes it even nicer. Yeah, that'll be a next episode thing. We'll be probably mowing it. And we'll probably have to, obviously, windrow at some point. It'll probably be like every month we'll do one thing towards the end. Make it a really long time lapse type of thing. I will, though, probably just go to the next month and we'll just do some spraying. We'll finish spraying that field. Then we'll have Yeah, probably the main thing we'll have to do is work on the new plot of land. Left this running. Looks a lot nicer out though. Sales, nothing has changed. This is super soon, actually. I think that's next month. That is probably next month. We're gonna sell the all the sorghum, I think. That looks to be like within the next two months. Oh. It wouldn't be next episode, because next episode will be in January still. I was just skipping ahead so I could do the spraying, but then we could put more effort into the new land. Yeah, we'll start heading up to the store. We'll get this sold here. It'll be another 10 grand, which will be nice. It would put us where we could potentially do the bale wrapper and these now. But like I said, I think I'll still be safe. Try to play it safe and get a bigger trailer for the bales. Alright, let's see. It should be about 10 grand. Yeah, well, almost 12 grand there. Thought it said 10. Maybe the environmental's being included in? I think that is higher than what it said. I'd have to check the footage back during editing and kind of see. But I think it said it was like 10 and a half. So it might be giving us environmental bonus inside of that, which would make sense because I think our bonus right now is like 10%? 10%, 11%, 11%. Looks like 10 and a half. We are talking about 10% or so above. Well, let's just quickly go back and we can get the field we literally just planted sprayed for any sort of weeds. Alright, let's get this unfolded. We should have enough herbicide for this field. Yeah, that field looks to be pretty soon it'll be ready. I don't know if it'll be in February or not. We may bale it too, because if it's February, I think the straw is a fairly decent price still. It does drop, but it is a decent price. Probably like 130. Not horrible compared to 150 range. Wouldn't be a lot of money, but it would be something. Then we would be making something of money outside of obviously the eggs eventually from doing the barley. I think that field will go right back into barley when it's replanted. I really do want to get more of a stockpile for the chickens. That way we don't have to worry about trying to, make sure we have sorghum or something that's shorter going in somewhere to make, that we have food for them just in case. I'd rather get a stockpile. Do 2 or 3 straight harvests of barley in them in that field. That should put it in a fairly decent place for them. Yeah, this field takes like two strips, and that's about it to finish. Yeah, we aren't gonna do spot and spray yet, just because of the cost. I would like to, though. It would definitely save us a decent amount in herbicide. We don't have a huge cost there yet, right now, anyways. Obviously, with the new land, then we'll have more area that eventually we would probably want it to actually save us a little bit of money, helps the environmental bonus. Might help the yield too. The only thing I'm not sure about, it may or may not help the yield. Because I know herbicide would hurt the yield, generally speaking. So would it, if it's spot and spray, would it help because you're only spraying it where there's weeds? I don't know. Like, logically thinking, I think it would. But obviously, is it coded into the game to be like that? I do not know. I'm not sure if there's somebody who's tested that before either. There's always somebody who tests, different things in Farming Sim, but sometimes there's not the answer you're looking for out there. It's rare, though. It's rare. Probably get the 2 boxes of olives moved over too. Not sure how much we have in the silo now. Probably more than 1 trailer load, I think. I think we had a decent amount in there before. Over 10,000 liters, I think. Might have been $10,000 too. Sometimes they're right next to each other. I just kind of see them as the other. Let's get this backed up in here. We did use, 300 liters of herbicide on that, but obviously if you had spot and spray, you'd use like 20. Oh. So yeah, it definitely would help, obviously, for cost of that, but it's not like herbicide is a huge thing already for us. It's not something we really worry about too much. We'll take one at a time, that way we don't tip it over somewhere. Not like it's that far of a drive either. Yeah, now with that new land, we may put obviously cows at the bottom there. Or anything what we're going to use with all of the open space we have here. We could plow it up and put grass here. I mean, something. Maybe we'll get smaller greenhouses or something that would allow us to change things up a little bit. I know I did raisins in the past, so that wouldn't be a bad thing to do again. Certainly it was pretty good for us that time. Alright, so olives, 11,000 liters. Which is highest around June time, it looks like. Yeah, June. Not too badly priced now, but a matter of wait right now, and we can get even a better price later on. Well, that is everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.